Hello, everybody. Hope you're all having a good week. For those of you who sent in questions for my question and answers video, I thank you. I have a lot of questions. I think I'll be good. I'm going to try and get the video out there next week. I might have to split it into two because there were quite a few questions. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to try and get that to you as quickly as possible. But no more questions. I think I'm good. I'm all set. I'm all good. But I wanted to talk about something that happened on Monday Night Raw this week that actually made me happy. And I wish other wrestling products, or both WWE and TNA, would take a page out of what was done on Raw this week and apply it to wrestling as a whole. And one of the major things that the WWE has improved upon in the last few months has been their tag team division. Nothing groundbreaking. They're just pushing it, and they're actually creating teams to put into it. So it actually looks like it has depth and rankings, and it actually does feel like there's a lot of competition going on within the division, and that is exciting. And on Raw this week, they had a 4-way elimination tag team match. Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow, Team Rhodes Scholars. By the way, that mustache on Cody looks great. That thing looks awesome. The Usos, Primo and Epico, and the Primetime Players. So that's 4 teams. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, there's a 4-way tag team match, so the winner gets the tag title shot the next time they do it. A tag title match. No. The winner of the 4-way gets a place in the contenders match. You have to beat 3 other teams just to get into the contenders match. I love shit like that. I love it. It makes it look like getting a title shot is actually something that's hard to do. And it also made it look like the tag team division has some level of ranking to it. Like, the top is Team Hell No. They're the champions, they're the top. The next step down from them are Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara. And then you have these 4 teams, which would be the next step down from that. And then the winner of that match would move on up to face Rey and Sin Cara for the number 2 contender spot. And they didn't even include all the teams in the match. So there's still other teams within their division that were not included that are presumably ranked beneath the 4 that are in that were in this 4-way. And I was like, man, I love shit like that. It's so sports-like. I love it. And that's the kind of stuff that makes things exciting. When you make it actually look like the challenger has to go on a journey to actually earn his title shot. Because so often nowadays, you'll have a team, they'll win 1 match and all of a sudden they're number 1 contenders. Or all they have to do is call out the champion and they get a title shot. And I see that a lot. It happens a lot in wrestling. And you don't even have to have, tag team matches be for the titles. And we're going to have a match at TLC that is genuinely interesting, has future implications given its outcome, and it's all about the tag team titles. And I love that stuff. It's great. It's great. One of the best things that WCW gets praised for is the Best of 7 series between Booker T and Chris Benoit. Does anybody remember what that Best of 7 series was for? A lot of people seem to think it was for the U.S. title. I think that's a misconception. I've had people tell me that Best of 7 series was for the U.S. title, and you're wrong. It was not for the TV title, which would be the 3rd tier championship, the next level down. It was for a shot at the 3rd tier championship. Holy shit. That 3rd tier belt must actually mean something if it's worth going through 7 matches to actually get it. Just to get a shot at it. And that's the kind of stuff I love. That's why tournaments are such a big deal to me. Why I like tournaments. It's just, dude, you got to win 3 or 4 matches to get into the dance. That's why the Bound for Glory series is so amazing. TNA's television was at its very best this year while the Bound for Glory series was going on. That was when TNA was the most exciting, and that's one of the best ideas they've ever come up with. And it's nice to see those type of things come up in wrestling again. We're seeing it with the tag division a little bit. Now, if the WWE could apply that same logic and formatting to, say, the Divas division, or, the IC and US titles, and even their world titles, well, I think they should unify the IC and US title, number 1, and they should unify the 2 world titles. There should be fewer titles. But if they applied that same logic to their other belts, oh my God, it'd be amazing. And it's great to see this with the tag team division. It's refreshing. It's like, wow, it's one of the best things that the WWE has going right now. And it's very simple. It's nothing groundbreaking. There have been points in the past where the tag division has been far better, like late 90s, early 2000s, and during the 80s and all that stuff. But this is just... It's just basic stuff done really, really well, and there's a logic to everything. They've actually gone the extra step of actually giving all of these teams their own separate personalities, and trying to get them over as characters in addition to having them work matches. So that helps them out a lot as well. So yeah, I really liked what I saw on Raw this week involving the tag team division. It was probably, aside from a couple of promos that I saw, it was probably the best part of the show. It was the one that captured my attention anyway. And I really liked what they did with the Usos, guys who are never really focused on all that much. And by the end of the match, you were kind of rooting for them. It was really well booked. I really enjoyed how they did that. And I'd like to see more like that. I look at things like the Bound for Glory series and like what WWE did this week with the tag division, and I just go, more like that. That's the type of logic that should be inserted into professional wrestling, and a little bit more indicative of how I feel the show should be presented, and how to make wins and losses actually mean something beyond just a convenience to give somebody a rush title shot because you don't know what else to do, or you don't know how to get from point A to point B, so you just rush it with one match, and that's enough. So, yeah, I'm really impressed with what the WWE did this week with the tag division. I felt like I needed to comment on that. So, yeah, I'm probably going to try and knock out another video this weekend, but I am going to work on that question and answers video, and you will see that one next week. So, until then, hope everybody's enjoying the holiday season, and I will see you all later.